Introduction to returning meaningful validation error messages in Jakarta REST application with exception mappers. Let's see how we can produce meaningful validation messages in our response using Jakarta EE annotations and exception mappers. This is a simple example of Jakarta EE REST application. Here we have entity called hello entity with two variables as name and greeting. As you can see, both variables are annotated with not empty annotation, which states value must be provided. This application takes hello entity as post request on method save. Hello entity parameter is annotated with valid annotation. This annotation will validate this parameter in request. Now, if I try to execute post request by providing empty values for both variables of hello entity, I should get 400 bad request. As you can see, here we have 400 bad requests in our response. But this error message is very generic and not so detailed to understand the problem with request. Here we can make this response prettier and user-friendly by using exception mapper and provider annotation. Now let's say I define this class called constraint violation exception mapper, which implements exception mapper interface, and I override toResponse method of it to format my JSON response. I will also annotate this class with provider annotation. The provider annotation on the class tells the Jakarta REST runtime to automatically register this class as a Jakarta REST extension during provider scanning phase. More details about it in video description. It's all set now. If I deploy my changes to server and try to execute the same post request as earlier, this time my response should display validation messages, which is defined in our hello entity model class. As you can see, our response now contains the violation messages as defined in hello entity, not empty annotation. Please check out description box below to check more about this topic.